Pius Odhiambo, an internationally recognized philanthropist based in the United States of America, wishes to announce to the general public that his organization, Kiswate, will support over 10,000 senior secondary schools in undergoing the transition from the 844 system to the competency-based education CBE system in his country of birth, the Republic of Kenya. This transformation will be powered by the Kiswate Digital Academy's arrays of technologies and will be offered completely free of charge. To register, visit www.kiswateregister.org. Shortages of teachers, missed lessons due to unplanned teacher absenteeism, and the high cost of textbooks will no longer be barriers to accessing basic education in Kenya and eventually across the continent of Africa. If you want to cut the cost of running schools, then go digital. Be Kiswated. Kenya is Kiswated. Kenya is a digital nation.
Very soon, I will be retiring peacefully to start working as a social entrepreneur. Social entrepreneurship is an approach by individuals, groups, startup companies, or entrepreneurs in which they develop, fund, and implement solutions to social, cultural, or environmental issues.
Your teacher Michael Aindera from Nairobi, Kenya.
Jina langu ni Digitize Igube, mwenza wa Bwana Michael Aindera. Nina furaha sana kujitolea kama mmoja wa walimu katika mradi huu wa Kiswahili tekelezi.
My name is Collins Otieno Sagege from Rongo sub-county in Migori County, that is in Nyanza region. Currently, I teach biology and agriculture at St. Mary Goreti Dede Girls, that is in Awendo sub-county, Migori County.
My name is Eric Udur. I currently teach at State House Girls High School.
My name is Rhoda Hanaka, a teacher of English and Literature at Kagonya Secondary School in Siaya, in the sub-county of Kenya.
We are going to talk about excretion in plants. I have posted a question there that may make us think through so that at least we know what you're going to learn about. Can somebody just come to the screen and share with me what do plants do with waste products?
My name is Lucy Atieno. Plants reuse their waste products in their body.
Okay, Lucy has said that plants reuse their waste products in their body. That's good.
I want one of us to define for us the term atom. I can see a hand. This is St. Mary Okwala. I can see some hands. Maybe one person can give us the definition. Kagonya, I see Kagonya is ready. One person from Kagonya.
It's the smallest particle of an element that can take part in chemical reaction.
Very good. Very good.
What are some of the wastes that plants normally excrete? Having learned that excretion is the process by which plants eliminate waste products that are harmful or in excess. What are these wastes? Can some students volunteer and suggest for us the wastes that are normally eliminated by the plants?
Hello, Madam
Yes.
Mwere Cynthia from secondary, assistant class teacher.
Introduce the student.
Michelle Dunge from Form 2. The answer is nitrogenous waste, mineral salts, and excess water.
My name is Rhoda Hanaka, a teacher of English and Literature at Kagonya Secondary School in Siaya, in the sub-county of Kenya. Today's lesson is going to be an English literature lesson, and I hope that all of you will be active in this lesson as we journey through a new topic today.
Pengine kwa kuanza, niulize tu wanafunzi kwa jumla, wanipe mifano miwili au mitatu ya methali yoyote ile wanayoijua. Mwanafunzi mmoja kutoka Nile Road, tupatie. Tumeambiwa asikii la mwadhini wala la mteka.
Recording has now started, and I would like to confirm that this recording is being made for documentation purposes with the consent of all participants who have chosen to remain in the meeting. The recording will be handled and stored securely in line with the Kenya Data Protection Act of 2019 and the Data Protection General Regulation of 2021. Thank you, and I return the mic back to the moderator.
Pastor Thomas Ndolo to open with a word of prayer. Pastor Thomas Ndolo.
Thank you, Pastor. Is here, Pastor Thomas Ndolo, of the Voice of Salvation and Healing Church. Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, we want to thank you for this day, the day you have made, Jehovah, that we will rejoice and be glad in this day. Father, we thank you, Jehovah, for this meeting. And let us meet, Jehovah, in tandem with the book of Isaiah chapter 1, verse 18. As we deliberate, Jehovah, on this, Jehovah, subjects, Jehovah, give us, Jehovah, understanding, knowledge, and wisdom. And all this will be for the glory of your holy and mighty name. I pray, trusting and believing in the mighty name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Everybody say amen.
Mr. Ahendra Mike to carry us through introduction.
As earlier mentioned, my name is Michael Ahendera. Michael Ahendera is the KDA principal in charge of over 10,000 schools in this country. And I am a retired principal, which means I have a background in teaching for quite a number of years. Kiswate Digital Academy welcomes all of us into this conference. And our mission, our aim, our goal is to support over 10,000 schools undergo a very smooth transition from the 844 curriculum to CBE, System of Education. And we are purposed to do that using an array of technologies. It is my humble pleasure then to just in a nutshell, or very, very quickly, tell us that Kiswate, after almost 11 years of research, has come up with an array of technologies that is going to be used to, number one, mitigate the shortage of teachers in our schools, address missed lessons, also look at unplanned absenteeism, either because of natural causes or because of other causes. And we are also addressing the high costs of textbooks. And therefore, ours is to look at how we can make education accessible and cheaper. In this gathering, we have a group of professionals that are within Kiswate Digital Academy that will assist in making sure that we achieve our goal. The principal, that is Michael Ahendera, is supported by deputy principals. We have Madam Betty Kobe from Nile Road, who is in charge of curriculum and evaluation, and also takes care of Nairobi and Coast region. We have with us Madam Tabitha Mambo, who is the principal Jamhuri High School in Central, but also deputy principal in the Kiswate Digital Academy in charge of marketing. We have our moderator today, Dr. Jennifer Otolo, who is the chief principal, Mudavadi Girls in Vihiga, and at Kiswate Digital Academy, she is in charge of finance and budgeting. We also have pioneer digital educators
For example, number one, the founder, the creator, Mr. Pius Odhiambo, who is a data scientist by profession, but currently a teacher of mathematics at Parkdale High School in United States of America. We have also other digital educators, Collins Segege, who takes biology from Dede Girls in Rongo. I had said Betty Kobe, who is also a global teacher for Kiswahili from Nile Road, Nairobi. We have Mr. Eric Oduor, who is assisting us in physics from State House Girls. We have Rota Hanaka from Kagonya Secondary School all the way from Nyanza. With us also, we have our project administrator, Madam Josephine Sirega. Together with that, the team also comprises of registrars. For example, we have Molenza Otieno from Ngoleni all the way in Machakos. We have Monica Nyarigi from Mombasa, who is also in Blue Nile Analytica, and an array of engineers, young engineers, who are also helping us to realize this dream. And among them, we have James Oduor from Multimedia University of Kenya. We have Dr. Michelle Ouma from Kenyatta University. We have Dr. Lovely Natianga from Kenyatta University. We have Dr. Mildred Kut from KU, Kenyatta University. Celestine Jenda from JKUAT. We have Kingsley Olwoko, also from JKUAT. We have Dr. Fred Nundu from Kenyatta University. We have Michael Mutuma from Multimedia University of Kenya. We have also Duncan Cheriot with us from Multimedia University of Kenya. Michelle Onyango from the University of Nairobi. Walter Jenda from National Youth Service Engineering Craft School, Nairobi. We have Amos Otieno from Mombasa Technical University. And of course, I had mentioned earlier that we have data scientists with us, Pius Odhiambo. We also have Levi Bushuru. Among us, somebody we're going to give an opportunity to speak is the CEO, Mr. John Yuya, who will be invited in a short while. We have Mr. Geoffrey Odalo, who is the Director and Human Resource from Blue Nile Analytica. We have Ruben Chemitei from Eldoret National Polytechnic. We have IT Project Manager, who is going to be given an opportunity today to demonstrate what Kiswahili Digital Academy is all about, Rose Debra Opio from Blue Nile Analytica. We have the Director of TRIPS, Dr. Daniel Onunga, and Kiswahili Digital Academy is also privileged to have board members that include Mr. Fred Wambia and Rosbella Omondi, and including John Yuya. The project sponsors, I want to bring to your attention, this has been the Odhiambo family that includes the daughters Roslyn Otange, Efio Odhiambo, who is a student of social entrepreneurship, Edith Tumaini, a high school student who is also acting as a cybersecurity engineer. Those are the array of human resource that we have at the Kiswahili Digital Academy. Allow me then to give the MC the opportunity after that introduction to kindly invite Mr. John Yuya before I then transit into briefly what we have done so far. Madam Jennifer.
You're welcome, Mr. Yuya.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, Mr. Yuya.
My name is John Yuya. I'm the volunteer CEO of Kiswahili. I'm a retired chief principal with the Teacher Service Commission of Kenya. Kiswahili is the acronym for Kiswahili Tekelezi, and it started way back in the year 2020. The founder and the vision bearer is Mr. Pius Odhiambo, who is based in Washington, D.C. Now, Kiswahili started because, you know, the schools that are in Luo Nyanza, where Pius Odhiambo happened to have gone through, the performance of Kiswahili was very poor, particularly his primary school of Luero and his secondary school of St. Mary's Okwala. you would find that students who do very well in other subjects like mathematics, English, Kiswahili, and sciences, but very poorly in Kiswahili. So Pius, in his wisdom, started Kiswahili Tekelezi with the aim of improving the performance of Kiswahili in adopted schools. And these adopted schools were schools within the neighborhood of Luero, St. Mary's Okwala, St. Joseph Ochiel, Uyundo, Kagonya, Ndenga, St. Anne, Sega. Those were schools within that catchment area. The idea was to encourage teachers and the students to put a lot of emphasis in the teaching and learning of Kiswahili. So within a very short time, the performance of Kiswahili improved in those areas. And apart from encouraging students and teachers to do very well in Kiswahili, Pius Odhiambo also introduced a scholarship program, and the bright and the needy students were being sponsored by Kiswahili Tekelezi. And as we are talking today, there are over 300 students who have been sponsored by Kiswahili Tekelezi in various institutions of higher learning, leave alone those in high schools. Now, from last year, it became necessary with the CBC, it became necessary to move a notch higher. And the founder of Kiswate, Mr. Pius Odhiambo, came up with an app that will help the teachers address the challenges of CBC, challenges in the student registration, issuance of IDs, and the school management, the digital library, the digital laboratory. And that is how the idea of digital academy came up. One academy, but with several schools, and to help address the issue of teacher shortage and the issue of absenteeism and many other challenges that may occur during the implementation of CBC. Because CBC may come up with a myriad of challenges, and these challenges will certainly be addressed by Kiswate Digital Academy. So that is the background of Kiswate, and the technologies, the way to go. And so far, we thank those who have been with us for a long time, and those who have spent their time and energies to make sure that the Digital Academy becomes a reality. Thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Yuya, for giving us a background of this great program and initiative. And who is in charge of Kiswate Digital Technical demonstration, just to demonstrate to us, to give us a picture of what Kiswate is all about. Thank you.
Just before Rose Deborah comes in, Daktari,
yes,
allow me to say one or two things. Number one is that we have moved quite ahead by, number one, we started by adopting schools, and the CEO has ably mentioned about adopting of schools. And we managed to adopt over 25 schools, and we want to thank those schools that we adopted and have participated in this program. And therefore, after adopting of schools, and indeed we had a criteria that was put in place. And if you want to be adopted, kindly visit our website. You will get the criteria of adoption that was there. Therefore, we were able to adopt about 50 schools. After that adoption, we went into the process of training and looking for global teachers. And we ran this training for almost about 2 weeks. After that, we have been able to identify global teachers, but this is an ongoing exercise that we shall embark on in a few days to come. Actually, from October 16th, we will be again training, and we want to encourage teachers who are within this forum to kindly come on board and get trained. The purpose is to digitize our schools, to also enable teachers to become digitally compliant, and also to our students to become digital learners. That is our purpose. Of course, as we do that, we are simply looking at alternative ways. After the dry run classes, we want to thank all those schools that did participate in these dry run classes. And this will be demonstrated by one of our engineers of how we were able to undergo that particular exercise. Many people have a misconception that digitization comes to replace the existing teachers. That is not true. Indeed, when you look at the ICT policy of the Ministry of Education, when you look at the Teacher Service Commission strategic plan, they talk about collaborative teaching. That teaching, indeed, even in this year's World Teachers Day motto was that teaching as a profession is a collaborative affair. And therefore, we are not replacing teachers. We have come to actually look at making education, cost of education cheaper. We are saying that this process is for some time. When teachers get employed by TSE later on, we shall say thank you very much. But we have looked at the gaps. Coming the 2026, we have looked at the transition of the grade 10s. We have looked at the gaps, and ours is to come and fill those gaps. So nobody should peddle the idea that we are coming to replace teachers. Teachers will lose jobs. No, in any case, we are creating jobs for these teachers. The global teachers, the assistant teachers who will be part and parcel of this process will get remunerated. So we are giving out employment. We are offering employment as also trying to look at alternative ways of delivering the curriculum. Thank you very much, Madam Moderator, Dr. Jennifer.
I want now to call upon Rose Deborah to carry us through the demonstration. Rose Deborah, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Principal. My name is Rose Deborah Ojuok, and I'm the digitization engineer. I'm a digitization engineer at Kiswate, and I'm stationed at Jamhuri Secondary School. So I'm just going to take you through a brief presentation on what KDA is all about, and what we aim to do, and how you are going to benefit from our program. So I'm going to start by introducing our founder by his qualifications. My name is Mr. Pius Odhiambo, and he's a data scientist, a teacher, and a philanthropist, which have been mentioned earlier on. And the following are his technical skills. He is also a registered mathematics and physics teacher with the TSE Service Commission. He used to be a teacher. He was a teacher in Kenya before he relocated to the United States. And currently he is also, alongside his data scientist career, he's also a substitute mathematics teacher with swing in Washington, D.C. In the United States. He attended Luero Primary School, and then where he sat for his KCPE, and then he proceeded to St. Mary's Ukwala High School, where he sat for his KCSE, then to Kenyatta University, then to the University of Maryland Global Campus, and then he proceeded to George Washington University and University of Texas at Austin, and then at Bowie State University. He is the founder of the Kiswate Scholarship Fund, which has been introduced briefly by our CEO, Mr. John Newyear, and he is the Director General at Blue Nile Analytica, which is a sister company to Kiswate, and also he is a member of the Marquis Who Is Who in America. This is an honorary list that lists down members globally who have made a positive impact to the world or to the system in general. And my name is Rose Deborah Ojuok, like I said earlier, and I'm a digitization engineer. I'm still a student. I'm in my final year at the East African University. I'm studying my bachelor's degree in computer science and IT, and I'm also a certified Python developer. Professionally, I'm a software engineer, and I am also an Excel instructor with Blue Nile Analytica, the sister company to Kiswate. So KDA, in simple terms, KDA, and I'd like to request one of the moderators to mute the other people who have their microphones on unknowingly. So sorry about that. In simple terms, K-Day is a digital school. The same way that we have physical schools is the same exact way that it's that is what we have digitally. It's basically an online school. And to implement this online school, we came up with the idea to develop an application that can be used by our clients, who are the students and the teachers as well. So the Kiswate Digital Academy is divided into 3 major modules. The first one being the Kiswate Learning Management System. Then we have the Kiswate Digital Library, and then we have the Kiswate Scholarship Fund. The Kiswate Learning Management System comprises of one, we have the Kiswate Digital Register. This is an online register. This is a register that can be used to mark attendance online, and it can be accessed with the principal, with the parents, with the teachers, and with the school cook as well. The reason why we want to include the school cook in this, we want to give the school cook access to this register is because you find at times the cook prepares food for a fixed number of students, while at that time maybe some students went home because of school fees, or some of them might be sick, or some might be out because of extracurricular activities. So at that time when the cook prepares food without having that kind of information, they prepare food in excess, and this leads to food wastage. So this is what we are trying to contain. We are trying to reduce the food wastages in the schools as well. So by having this digital register, the cook will be able to cook an amount of food that is going to serve only the students who are in school, and is going to reduce the food wastages, and in the long run it is going to save the school finances. And then we have the digital labs, and we have the remote digital educators. These are the teachers who currently are in training to teach remotely. So we had already started our dry run classes, and these are the remote classes that help with teacher shortages amongst our schools. So in a school where they have more than adequate teachers, one of the teachers is going to be able to teach in a school that has teacher shortages. So maybe in a school that doesn't have a Kiswahili teacher, and another school has the Kiswahili teacher. So the Kiswahili teacher is going to be able to teach remotely from this school, and the other school that has a teacher shortage problem, the students are going to be able to learn Kiswahili alongside with these other students through virtual environments. And then we have the digital learners. Now these are the students who are going to be participating in the learning process. Then we're going to have volunteer TSC registered foreign educators. At some point, foreign educators with the connection of our able founder are going to be volunteering to be substitute teachers for these schools that have teacher shortages problem. And then we have the Kiswate Digital Library, and this comprises of the dynamic digital textbooks. In the Kiswate digital app, we have integrated a feature where teachers are going to be able to write books and publish them through the app. So instead of students buying the physical textbooks, which sometimes can get very expensive, they're going to be able to, the teachers are going to be able to write these books and publish them on the app. And then the students are going to be able to buy the books at a moderated fee. Now, this is going to be able to give the teachers secondary income, and the students are going to be able to get the books at a fair price. And then we have the dynamic digital lesson plans. This is going to be covered by but this is an AI that helps the teachers to generate lesson plans, worksheet, which is basically the questions that the follow-up questions for the lesson plans that they have generated, and answer keys, which is the marking scheme for the follow-up questions. And we have the dynamic digital schemes of work, quite similar to the lesson plans. We have an AI tool that also works the same way. Then we have the dynamic digital timetable. Through these AI tools that we're going to roll out through our Kiswate Digital Academy app, you're going to be able to generate digital timetables, digital exams as well, and you're going to be able to do exams analysis through this model as well. If you want to evaluate, if you want to do analysis on how maybe one student has been performing throughout the entire term, you're going to be able to do so, or even through the entire year, or you'll even be able to get maybe the performance curve of a single subject and so on. And then we have the Kiswate Scholarship Fund. So part of the revenue that we raise from these other two modules, the Kiswate Learning Management System and the Kiswate Digital Library, is being used to digitize our school and also pay school fees and support some of the vulnerable students who are in these schools. So this implementation of the Kiswate Digital Academy, which is known as digitization, in the selected schools is going to take place in 4 phases. The first phase, which is ongoing, is where we are training digital educators. Some of the teachers on this platform at the moment have been part of the trainings that we've had previously. And then we are installing Wi-Fi internet. Again, there are some schools that have already started benefiting from in this phase. And then we're hiring computer technicians who are going to be training these digital educators and also other relevant staff in the school on how to use the digital equipment that is going to be required for the digital labs. And then on the second phase, which is phase 1, is going to start in January 2026, and it's going to take place through up to December 2028. This is where we're still going to be training digital educators because we're still expecting to receive more schools and more students. And then we're going to deploy the Kiswate Digital Register, and it is going to be available for use among the Kiswate adopted schools. Then we build the digital labs. Now, at this point, the computer technicians have already trained the digital educators and the school staff on how to operate this digital equipment, and now they're going to be ready for the digital labs. Then we're going to start onboarding students. We plan to onboard over 10 million students and over 50,000 TSC registered teachers who are going to serve as digital educators. Then we're going to we're going to identify 25 qualified digital learners from the Kiswate adopted schools, and they're going to be able to come and work for us. And then the first cohort of advanced foreign volunteer teachers are going to arrive in Kenya, and then they're going to be acting as substitute teachers in some of these schools that have the teacher shortage problems. And then the next phase, which is the third phase, we're going to employ 1,000 qualified digitization experts because at this point, we expect to have that similar number of schools within our reach as well. And they're going to be present in these schools, and some of them are going to be working remotely with the 50,000 TSC registered teachers who are going to be working as the digital educators remotely. And then the last phase, after we've implemented all the other phases and we have already been absorbed into the schools, we're going to donate all equipment to adopted schools and commercialize this idea, and then we're going to introduce it to other countries in Africa, starting with the East African Community member states like Uganda, Tanzania. The participating schools, the schools that are going to implement this program into their system, they're going to benefit in the following ways. One, you're going to get smooth curriculum transition because when you implement when you digitize your school, basically most of your tasks are going to be automated. So it is going to give you more time to focus on the students, to have a one-on-one with the students. The students will experience a faster and easier shift from the 844 to the CBC curriculum because teachers are going to get access to tools that support modern teaching approaches and the CBC requirements as well. And then you're going to get to reduce operational costs. Like I said, once you automate some tasks, it is going to cut down on time, and then it is going to cut down on costs as well. So automation of of tasks like registers, record keeping, and reporting is going to cut costs to the school on paperwork, printing, and even some administrative overhead. And it is going to bring forth efficiency, given that you are using AI to do most of your tasks, and AI is usually more efficient. So it is going to bring up forth efficiency and cut on time, and it is going to give the teachers more time to focus on teaching and support the students. And the students are going to get global exposure, even that we're going to liaise with some of the school clubs, and you're going to bring on board some relevant professionals who are going to be able to mentor them on their chosen career paths. So in our school, they have, say, the journalism club. We are going to bring on board relevant professionals. In this case, there'll be maybe media hosts, some of these TV hosts that we see on a daily, and they are going to be able to mentor them, given that there are people who are already in that field, and they have relevant experience as well. So they're going to guide these students on the same career paths, and by the time they have finished their, it is the 844 system or the CBC system, they are better put they're more exposed compared to other students, and they're in a better position to tackle that career path as well. And then along all the other services that we also have community service. And we have divided the community service into two categories. We have the community service one, where students get coding classes. So for the students who are interested in focusing on that career path, the computer-related career path, they are going to get a leg up. So by the time they're done with their 844 or CBC system, they are more experienced, and they have more information on that career path, or on whatever they're going to be studying from there. And then we have the community service too, where we have professional sugarcane farming, and the students who may be agriculture students, they're going to be able to learn from our professionals, and they're going to get more information on the same. And it is going to also build up their portfolios as well. So I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Mr. Levi Bushuru, who is going to take you through our Kiswate Digital Register website, and he's going to show you how to generate lesson plans, worksheets, and their marking schemes from our lesson plan generator. Welcome, Mr. Bushuru.
I take this opportunity now to pass you through quickly in our website, so that you can see our state-of-the-art technology, which it has been made using artificial intelligence and machine learning to generate the lesson plan. Allow me to share my screen and type Kiswate Register. That way, register. Then you press it. See, our website is loading. You give it time to load. Digital schools, digital villages through Kiswate Smart ID technology to empower Africa to join data revolution era. And in this website, we have got everything. We have got ICT, education and training policy. We have got Kiswate Digital Academy digitization strategy. Then you can view here the adopted schools. Then see the active schools in our dashboard. Right now, we have got 8 registered schools and 1089 active students. Then, among other things, which you can see the mission statement, the reason why you should choose us. Then you see the Smart ID integration, real-time monitoring, then centralized data, secure and transparent. That your data will be encrypted, access, control, and accountability at every level. Before I go further, as I've told you earlier, I'm Levi Bushuru, the Kiswate Digital Academy data scientist. The founder was my teacher before he left to the US. He taught me Form 1 and Form 2 physics. And also I'm glad also to be working among my teachers. Mr. Endera also was my Kiswahili teacher, and Mr. Yuya was our chief principal. So for you to generate this lesson plan, you will come up to this point here. You say generate the lesson plan. So the app is loading. After the app is loaded, you have to start by selecting the red. For instance, today I want to generate the lesson plan of a Form 2 class. So you will come here. It has been listed from kindergarten up to grade 12. Kindergarten being the entry level and grade 12 now being the Form 4. So I want to generate the lesson plan for Form 2, which in this case will be grade 10. I'll come here, I will select grade 10. And since my specialization in my undergraduate was mathematics and statistics, I'll come here and say mathematics. I will select mathematics. After selecting mathematics, the one thing which I want to bring it to your attention, this technology has been made by adopting the state of Maryland curriculum. And that state of Maryland curriculum is 95% similar to what you'll be offering starting from next year in CBC. So you'll come here and select the state of Maryland. You will select state of Maryland. Then as a teacher, you will select the duration which you want to teach. The normal time duration here in Kenya, I think it is 40 minutes. We will update. We are just using the one from the Maryland as a dummy. Then maybe a teacher has got a double lesson of 80 minutes. I'll come here and say 80 minutes. Then I want to select a topic in Form 2. Maybe I want equations of a straight line. I'll come here and type equations of straight line. Straight line that way. After selecting equation of straight line, some people have been saying that this technology is coming to push them out of work. It is not really. AI is not 100%. It is up to 90% accurate. So that 10% now is where the teacher comes in. So I will instruct my AI model now to generate the lesson plan for equation of a straight line. So you see, it is generating, but it gives you a reminder or disclaimer that AI can make mistakes. Always double check lesson plan for content and accuracy. That is the reason why I'm telling you now the model is not 100%, and the remaining percentage, that is where now a teacher comes in. So in any case, this algorithm throw teachers out of their work. You see now it has generated a lesson plan for 80 minutes. You see the lesson plan of equation of straight line. That is grade 10. It gives you the objective of the lesson, the material needed, lesson outline, introduction to topic, then direct instruction, example problems. It has generated a full lesson plan for 80 minutes. After that, a teacher, after teaching a lesson, you have to give out an assignment. So we have that button in our algorithm where now a teacher can go and generate an assignment and give it to the student. So you will come here where it has been written worksheet. In this worksheet, you will press. After pressing, you see here it directs you to generate a worksheet. So you will press that button and it will load. It will load, and after finishing, you will see it will generate an assignment which you will be in a position to give your student. But you see a disclaimer that AI can make mistakes. Always double check a lesson plan for content and accuracy. So that is still where I'm emphasizing. That is where now a teacher comes in, and this model is just coming in to make your work easier. It's not coming in to replace your work. You see now it has generated a worksheet where a student can write the name, date, and class, and it can attempt the question. You see the first question, the second question, up to the last question. Now, after that, there is also a provision where now you can generate answer key or a marking scheme. You will the teacher will just come in and marking scheme for the question will be generated. You see, it is making the work easier. You just imagine the amount of time a teacher can use to prepare a lesson plan for 80 minutes, at the same time coming up with an assignment and then a marking scheme. Then after that, we have provided a provision where now a teacher can come and print or save it as a PDF. So a teacher can come here and print this lesson plan, worksheet, and marking scheme and save it as a PDF. Up to that, that is the end of the demonstration of how this AI algorithm works. And I now take this opportunity to thank the MC and return the mic to her. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Levi, for that insight. Indeed, that is going to see our teachers go a long way in enjoying their lessons. So at this particular time, I want to call upon the students' experiences from Mudavadi Girls. And I have 3 girls here who have gone through the normal learning, and they equally went through the rote learning. And maybe they have something to tell us concerning the traditional learning and also the digital learning. So she will just introduce herself and briefly tell us something about their experience with the rote learning and the traditional learning.
Thank you for this opportunity. I am Kabiru Matilda from Mudavadi Girls, and I like to give out my experience from the time I joined the Kiswate. Kiswate as an organization has its own benefits to us as students. It all started with the only Kiswahili, but it has advanced to all subjects, giving out an all-round education to students. It has indeed heard the cries of some students who didn't have an opportunity to really study well. The sponsorship programs that the Kiswate organization has been giving out is really beneficial to needy students who are also bright at the same time. An assurance by Kiswate is that there will be a smooth transition, that is from 844 to CBC. That gives us hope as students that there won't be any head-on collision with the 844 and the CBC education. With the Kiswate on our side as a student and as students, we believe that it is one academy, one organization that involves the students and the teachers. Nobody is left behind, meaning that we are having a better future and a betterment of our own careers in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. The next.
My name is Abigail Chepkoech. My name is Abigail Chepkoech from Davadi Girls High School. I would like to thank the Kiswati organization for exposing us to a digital learning. And I would like also to appreciate the founder of the Kiswati organization for at least he has heard the cries of some students who may sometimes miss some lessons due to some circumstances that are unavoidable. So as for me, I found it to be very interesting, for I'm also being exposed to the digital learning, and that makes me so grateful of the founder. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Shalini Jamwaka, and what I can say about the Kiswati, since I began partaking in Kiswati, things have been running on smoothly. I've been exposed to many places, and many students have been able to showcase their skills around the world and be able to bring great impact in the society. learning has become advanced. We're able to use technologies, even apps, and you're able to get to them, and learning is able to be effective. And for students who are not able to partake in such innovations, they've been given opportunities to take in part of them. And it has enabled them to go far places, not only academic-wise, but also skill-wise. And we are so grateful for this innovation, hoping that there'll be a brighter future ahead with this organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you, girls. These are girls of excellence who have had experience of the traditional learning and with Kiswati coming in with the digital learning. They have expressed their views. They have enjoyed lessons. They have been exposed, and they have been also able to continue with their classes, even you know, when their teacher is not there, given that they had an opportunity to be taught by the global teachers. So thank you very much. We hope that Kiswati will continue with the initiative. Allow me now to call upon students' experience from St. Mary's Ukwala Boys from Siaya County. Welcome, if they're there.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pius Odhiambo. I'm originally from Western Kenya, but currently I live, work, and study in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, today is my second last public appearance at Kiswati Digital Academy. My last public appearance is going to be tomorrow, Sunday, the October 12, 2025, during the conference. I am going to be away, and when I will be at the technical room, just to make sure that when I come back, public limelight, the Kiswati Digital Academy app will be available at the App Store. The app will be available to any person that claims citizenship from my country of birth, the Republic of Kenya. I would also want to take this opportunity to thank the federal government of the United States of America for identifying me as a minority, making me to access benefits I could have not got access to if there was no affirmative action. I am here to confirm the whole world that affirmative action works. This academic year, my children have taken leave from school to support their dad. Both of them are working to ensure that we have resources to support Kiswati Digital Academy. I rarely mention my children in my many press conferences, but today I just want to take this moment to recognize my wife, my two children for the incredible support they have given me for the last 11 years when I was doing research on Kiswati Digital Academy. I want to thank all the universities that have provided me with knowledge that has led to this innovation. We are not inventing a new wheel. The wheel was already invented many years ago, but it has taken me 11 years of hard work on both very cold winters and very hot summers, hovering from one university to the other to put a new nut on the already invented wheel to make this innovation work for my country of birth, the Republic of Kenya. Our initiative aims to solve three key challenges that Kenya has faced since independence. These challenges are shortages of teachers, missed lessons due to unplanned teachers' absenteeism, and high cost of textbooks. The Kiswati Digital Academy textbooks will be sold for a maximum of 150 shillings per textbook, and that is equivalent to approximately the United States dollar. Some people think that our technology will make teachers to lose jobs. That is not true. Our technology will make teachers to be more productive and create more jobs for them. In order to have one teacher teach over 1 million students distributed in 10,000 schools in all the 47 counties in Kenya, I will need one content teacher, which we are calling the KDA Global Subject Teacher, and 10,000 assistant class teachers. A professionally trained teacher can go for in-service course for 6 months to become a digitization engineer. So in this project, I will also need more than 1,000 digitization engineers. By doing this, my initiative is creating more jobs for teachers. It's simply because we are converting one traditional teacher to become a digital educator. And once he becomes a digital educator, he will be able to teach over 1 million students distributed in 10,000 schools in all the 47 counties in Kenya, saving the government the wage bill for hiring teachers. This one digital educator will require 10,000 assistant teachers whose wage bill is a little bit lower than the cost of hiring a teacher. It will also require 1,000 digitization engineers to make sure that the technology works. So by rolling out this initiative, I'll be creating more jobs for teachers because a teacher can go for an in-service course of 6 months and become a digital educator. A teacher can go for an in-service course of 1 year and become a digitization engineer. Now, having said that, I want to thank my friends, neighbors, and members of my church, the Life Source Church for All Nations, in College Park, Maryland, in the United States, for their incredible support. I want to thank the Department of Computer Science, the Bowie State University, where I graduated with a master's degree in computer science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning in May 2024. The knowledge that I acquired at the Bowie State University has made it possible for this project to see the light of the day. Thank you very much, Dr. Rosemary Shumba, the chairperson of Computer Science Department at Bowie State University, for your support that you gave me when I was still a student at the Department of Computer Science. I want also to recognize the support that I was given by our provost, Dr. Amusa, during the Suri program. And finally, I want also to thank President Brooks, the president of the Bowie State University, for innovative and ethical leadership. I know you may not be able to recall this, but I want to just make you be aware when you watch this video that for the bill of over 200,000 US dollars that I was asked to pay because I dropped out of the doctoral program at the Department of Computer Science because of this project. But when you looked at it, when I peeled the decision of the committee, you approved and then you said that you cannot put too much pressure, financial pressure on the student when the reasons why the student has dropped out of the program is not of his own making. And today, I want to tell you, President, Professor Brooks, that the reason why I dropped out of the program is this, Kiswahili Digital Academy. And this is going to lower the cost of education for the African children in the whole continent of Africa if governments of African countries will embrace it. It has taken me 11 years to hoover from one university to the other. And the last university where I got the final knowledge that has made this innovation possible is none other than Bowie State University. If you are an alumni of Bowie State University or a student of Bowie State University, shout out to all of you for creating an environment to make my innovation to work for me. I also want to express my gratitude to Professor Dr. Pastor Reverend Ann Osano, my pastor at Life Source Church for All Nations, for being the divine connection that connected me with Bowie State University. I know you are waiting for that big announcement that my name will be called during the commencement ceremony at Bowie State University as one of those graduates that have earned doctoral degree in computer science. But I want to tell you that unfortunately, this did not happen. But very soon, you will hear my name from all over the media, the international media, that I am the brain behind this innovation. And this announcement will be bigger than the announcement that you expected. But one day, if God gives me the grace, I do believe I still come back to Bowie State University and make you get that announcement. So I want to thank Dr. Jimmy Toume of the United States Air Force Research Lab, AFRL, in Shalimar, Florida, for the opportunity to do research in his lab in a project that was intended to improve the functionalities of drones using the brain of Drosophila melanogaster. The experience and skills that I acquired from this lab has enabled me to reach this particular milestone. Thank you very much, Dr. Touma. I also want to appreciate the leadership of SURI, Sama Undergraduate Research Institute, under the able leadership of Dr. Amusu at Bowie State University, for the good mentorship that he gave me when I worked for him as his research assistant. The skills I acquired during the summer program has enabled me to reach this milestone in this particular project. As you may realize that 70% of the work I did in this project was just about research. Those skills I was only able to acquire them because of the Summer Undergraduate Suri Research Institute at Bowie State University. If you are a graduate of this program, full shout out to all of you if you happen to watch this video. Now, thank you very much, Dr. Muso. Thank you very much, Dr. Zenebi, and all the 8 undergraduate students that worked with me in the project. I appreciate all your input in my work. I want also to thank Madam Tabitha Mambo, the current principal of Jamhuri Secondary School, Vika, who hired me when I was very fresh from the university and gave me the job of being the only teacher physics in his school. If she did not give me that opportunity, I don't think Kiswahili Digital Academy would have been born. Thank you so much, madam. And as I said, we're going to digitize the Jamhuri Secondary School so that the school can look like those schools we have here in America. I want also to thank the chief retired principal, John Yuya, or the former principal of Kejuado High School, for allowing me to carry his briefcase during those days when he was the principal of the mighty Kejuado High School. Another special person that I want to thank is my former student, Levi Bushuru, who accepted my mentorship and is currently the assistant data scientist at Kiswahili Digital Academy. Thank you very much, Mr. Bushuru. I want to thank Dr. Creighton. I don't know whether I'm getting the name correctly, to pronounce it correctly, but this is the person, the hiring manager who hired me to teach maths at Parkdale High School in the state of Maryland in the United States. Remember, earlier I've said that we have done research and we have found out that the CBC curriculum of Kenya is 90% American curriculum and is 95% the standards of education, the state of Maryland. So by using these tools that we have given you free of charge, is like you as good as implementing the CBC curriculum of Kenya using tools that have been developed using public resources at the United States. One of those is the AI-powered lesson plan generator tool. Now, to all teachers that participated in the dry run lessons for my country of birth, the Republic of Kenya, I say thank you. All the staff that have been volunteering in this project, I have a total of 100 people that have worked in this project for the last 2 years. I hereby confirm that are going to submit your names to the government of Kenya, and it will be upon the government of Kenya to decide on what to do with your names and the product we have been working on, which is going to be free for all Kiswahili adopted schools. We are still adopting school. We have adopted up to 31, up to the 31st school. We're still 19. This app is going to be free for the 50 schools, but the 9,950 schools that are going to benefit from this particular app, we would like to let you know that we will charge you minimal fee. This is just about $1, approximately 100 shillings per week for taking subjects in the STEM pathway. And this is how it's gonna work. We're gonna have our teachers, Kiswahili Global KDA Global teachers, teach essential mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, English and literature, Kiswahili and Fasihi and community service. That's a total of 8. Now, if there's gonna be a school that is offering CBC curriculum in the Republic of Kenya, and does not have a teacher, have a shortage of a teacher in this particular subject, we'll allow them to log in and take this subject. And when they log in, we are going to charge 100 shillings per student for 1 week. In 39 weeks, it will be just 3,900 in a year. How are we going to use this money? This is the money we're going to use to digitize the 50 schools so that they look like schools in America. This is the money that we're going to use to buy digital devices. Some of those digital devices are going to be imported from foreign countries. And we are connected with an expert. And the expert has given us, for us to digitize one school in 60 years, we'll need labs, 1 digital lab and 3 digital classrooms at a cost of 6 million. This is where the money is going to come from. And also part of the money to buy computers, to buy laptops for the students in this school. I've been advised by one of the principals that the government of Kenya allows the principals of senior secondary schools to charge 2,000 Kenya shillings per year with the permission of the parents. So in any school where the parents will allow the principals to charge them 2,000 Kenya shillings, this is the money they will going to use to buy laptops. This is the money they're going to use to pay for internet. This is the money they're going to use to fix the computer lab. But if the government of Kenya, in their own wisdom, sees it necessary for them to provide these resources to these 50 schools without burdening the parents to produce 2,000 shillings per parent, then we'll be very grateful. We are going to be very grateful to the government of the day if they can do this to allow us prototype this idea in the 50 identified schools. And by doing this, we'll be saving them over a very big wage bill. The highest wage bill in the government of Kenya, that is salaries for teachers, salaries for teachers. And therefore, shortage of teachers, if Kenyans, the government of Kenya and the governments over in Africa embrace this my technology, that will be a thing of the past, because what the government is facing is not unique to the government of Kenya only. Many countries in Africa face the same challenges. Many countries in other continents face the same challenges. The only difference, that's the economic challenge. The only difference is that the degree that matters. So that we, all Kenya, call upon all Kenyans in diaspora to come up with innovative ideas to support this idea, which has been pioneered and spearheaded with one of their own, so that it can work for our country, the Republic of Kenya, my country of birth.
Thank you very much, the founder, for the insights and giving us a clear background and how far you have come and how many years you have taken, the sacrifices you've made together with your family to see Kiswate come to this end. And we are saying it's a good initiative. And if absorbed and accepted and adopted, generally our schools will be just like the schools in America. So thank you so much that we are actually discussing Kiswate and its benefits today, courtesy of you and together with your family. And even your children who have decided to leave school for a year to see that Kiswate survives. Thank you very much. I know there are those with questions, kindly just put them down. We are going to have a session for questions. Very quickly, I will get to the deputies, KDA deputies, and I will start with Tabitha. Karibu Tabitha.
Yes, Daktari, thank you for this opportunity. I'm the Chief Principal, Jamhuri Secondary, one of the adopted schools in KDA, and the Deputy Principal Designate for KDA. We are happy for this program where we are going to go and teach digitally. Actually, it's a good initiative which is coming to fill up the gap on teacher shortages. That is one area that is going to be taken up by the app KDA. Also, it is going to bridge the gap on teachers' absenteeism because of various reasons that were not foreseen. It's coming in handy. We'll have the virtual teachers doing it, a very good initiative. And also the information and the keeping records through the digital register will be very key. And I see it solving most of the issues as far as when we come to record keeping and data availability, be it in the office, be it in the those administrative positions, the HOD, the deputy. We are glad that one of the digital engineer is working from our school, and we have seen it work. I've been able to save so many documents through the automation of my office. And I know even the other schools in Thika, like Kemosho and Kenyatta, she's also going there and she's teaching the teachers. I want to say that it is an initiative that has come when it is actually needed. When the senior schools start with grade 10 next year, we can see these issues coming up, and the KDA will come to fill the gap. And I want to thank Mr. Odhiambo for even thinking to come to Thika. Thika is where he started. I was privileged to work with him. He was our physics mathematics teacher, and he was very active and would work beyond what was assigned to him. In fact, when he came, we were in the primary section. And actually, I think what he's saying about filling the gap, we really experienced that gap. If Kiswate was there that time, I believe it could be another issue. Thank you for even taking the 11 years to come up with this initiative that is we are going to benefit as principals and students, and technology is the way to go. Thank you for this time that you have given us. We'll support you, and when it is finalized, I believe the whole of Kenya and East Africa will benefit. Thank you. Back to Dr.
Thank you very much, the Deputy Tabitha, for actually giving us experience as one of the adopted schools. And indeed, from her remarks, we can clearly see that Kiswate is going to fill the gap of what schools have been going through. I will now request Beatrice Ikobe, who is also a deputy principal, Kiswate, to give us her remarks. Welcome, Beatrice.
Asante sana Daktari. Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is Beatrice Ikobe, originally from Nyamira County in Nyanza, or famously known as Kisii, part of Nyanza. Currently, I am a deputy principal teaching at Nile Road Special Secondary School in Nairobi. In Kiswate, like you've been told, I am the deputy principal in charge of curriculum implementation and evaluation. as well as a global teacher for Kiswahili. And I am really proud to be a member of this Kiswate community. Now, without repeating much from what my colleague has said, we live in a world where technology touches every part of our lives, and education is not an exception. We have seen it happening all over. And so this digital learning, to me, it is one of the most powerful tools in making teaching and learning more effective where we have today. In many ways, digital learning, and especially this Kiswate platform, it's going to be one of the most powerful tools. It's effective, faster, and enjoyable. Like the students said, one, for teachers, this technology is going to make, it has made the lesson preparation very easy. Just a click, you have your lesson. We know as teachers, you know how difficult it is to sit down and really write a lesson plan for every lesson that you have. That's not one thing we have always enjoyed as teachers. But with this Kiswate and lesson generation, schemes of work generation, I'm really happy because it's made our work easier, and it's now very encouraging that each and every teacher will now be able to have their lesson plan ready all the time. It allows teachers to have more time to interact with the learners and to focus on helping those who are a bit slow. The marking, like we've been taken through, marking the class register for class teachers is going to be much easier. We are not going to be doing the head counts and knowing how many students are present, how many are absent. It's going to be good for us. It's faster, it's more accurate. For the students, we know that the kind of students we are dealing with right now are the type of students who are always glued to the screens. When they are not in school, where they are taken care of by the teachers, when they go home, most of them, especially those in day schools, they are always complaining of watching TV and using other technology gadgets most of the times. So when we have this digital learning, this program has actually come in handy so that it can be used, because they love the screen. It's going to be easy for them. It's going to be easy for them to learn because it's part of what they love doing. They will be able to explore interactive materials. They will have to access technology beyond the classroom. And it will also help them to develop digital skills. For parents, this digital platform that Kiswate has come up with is going to make it easy for them to be directly involved in their students' education. Through the online Kiswate attendance register, like we have been informed, a parent will be able to know when their child has reported to school. I'm speaking on behalf of the day schools where students wear uniform in the morning, and the parents know that those children have gone to school. On the other hand, the teacher is busy wondering why is so and so absent. It takes time. By the time you're calling the parent to alert them their child is not in school, then it becomes a long process. But with this digital attendance, when the child clocks in, it's easy. The parent is notified that your child has clocked in school, your child has left school. And also it will be easy for us. I believe it's going to help us to get hold of those skivers, the students who sometimes run away from some of the lessons which they think they fear. So I'm really happy. I know this is going to be good. The parents are going to enjoy the system as much as the students will also enjoy. In conclusion, I want to say that I'm really happy about the development of this digital platform by Kiswate. And if I may speak from my experience as a deputy principal, for a long time, we've been having a shortage of textbooks. especially because our school was registered a little late. So we ended up not getting the government textbooks. If Kiswate had been there by that time, I don't think we'll be having that kind of a problem. At some point, we even had to drop some subjects because of lack of the human resource, that's teachers. I'm happy that is going, Kiswate might end up sorting out some of these problems, like we were told by the founder. If a teacher is missing for a particular subject, or if that teacher gets sick and they are not able to get to school, then through the digital platform, the syllabus will still go on. I believe it's a really good system, even with the provision of the digital library and the teachers being able to access their lessons. I'm looking forward to much, much more as one of the people directly involved in Kiswate. Let me stop there. Thank you very much, Kiswate, for giving us this opportunity, and we look forward to working with you much, much more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Beatrice, for that insight and explanation and your positivity concerning the digital platform. I want also to say that amongst these adopted schools, we would also wish to get their views on whether they are supporting what their colleague principals have expressed, or they have different opinion. So I don't know whether St. Mary's Ukwala is now there. Okay, let's have the view of the principal Mudavadi Girls, and that is me. And so I would want to join my colleagues in appreciating the initiative of Kiswate. It is indeed true that it is going to come in to fill the gap of a staff shortage. We know currently there are so many schools that are spending a lot of money paying teachers on board. Currently, for us, we have a shortage of 17 teachers. So we have 17 teachers on board, and they have to be paid from the financial, the meager finances that already we have in the school. And that is not sustainable at all. And so had Kiswate come in earlier, much earlier, this would have sorted the issue of shortage. Just recently in March, TSC warned of the crisis, teachers shortage. And TSC mentioned that we had 98,000 shortage of teachers, 98,000. So you can imagine. And so when Kiswate comes in, and we can have one teacher handle like 2,000 students in various schools. And some time back, the government was also in their way of trying to solve a teacher shortage. The government was thinking of having one teacher physically moving in the neighboring schools to curb shortage. And so with this initiative, it's going to be very easy in sorting out the problem of teacher shortage. Again, absenteeism. Teachers are human beings. One time you're fine in the morning, you may be going to bed fine. The following day you are sick. And as principals, sometimes we get it so difficult. You know, when you just get a message, a teacher has written, "I'm sorry, I am not coming to school. I've woken up a bit unwell and I'm going to see my doctor." At that particular time, you are not prepared for this. And so you'll find a class going untaught, contrary also to what the Education Act calls for. Or you may be going around and you find a class is empty. And so with this initiative, this will actually sort us. You just need to get to Kiswate and ask if it is a biology lesson, it's a maths lesson, you will be able to get a teacher on standby and will handle the class. Cost of books. This is an experience again that we have had. The government has really tried to give books, to provide books in schools, but you find that as Beatrice mentioned, the young schools, you find that they do not even have a book, and so they have to go to the big schools around to borrow books. And so with the Kiswate coming in with the e-books and also cost effective, as we were told that one book would be going for 150 shillings, contrary to the 2,000 that books cost. So you'll find it is cost effective, and at the same time, you'll find a student can also have the e-books. At the same time, you find that there will be that link between the teachers, the global teacher, and students at home. You know, like for instance, we are going to release students for 2 months, and you understand the type of students we have today. They would rather be at the screen or walk up and down visiting friends. But if this is adopted, this will keep our students busy while at home. That connection can be there, and with that connection, you will find that the students are kept busy, they enjoy their lessons, the students are equally also able to cover the syllabus on time. Apart from just also to reinforce what my colleagues have talked about, making the teachers be very productive as they digitize the learning. The teacher will also be very creative and innovative, come up with different ways of teaching, making his or her lessons interesting. And at the end of the day, you'll find that even the performance of the students, the interest is there, is developed in the students, and the performance of the students is also improved. And so, long live Kiswate. Allow me to stop at that. We have the global teachers present. We have Eric Odwar from State House Girls.
So I would want to start by thanking you very much, Madam Senior Principal, Chief Principal, for granting me this opportunity to give my sentiments concerning my experience with Kiswate Digital Academy. So my name is Eric Odwar. Currently, I'm a teacher at State House Girls. I teach physics and mathematics. I teach physics from Form 2 to Form 4. And I also teach mathematics Form 4. I'm also currently the HOS physics at State House Girls. So I was born in Siaya County and brought up in Siaya County before I proceeded to Kenyatta University, where I pursued Bachelor of Education Science, Mathematics and Physics, and majoring in pure mathematics. So at KDA, I am a global teacher, and I teach physics and mathematics. I also act as the KDA principal outside school programs. And the experience has been robust. I really believe that from the time I joined the Kiswate Digital Academy team, I have had a great experience, as I have learned so much. And I still trust to have even a better experience going forward. So mine is to highlight on how I feel possibly this program is going to be of great benefit to our education system in Kenya. And to our guests and education stakeholders, fellow teachers and students. Mine is to say that it is a great honor to be before you this evening, or whether it is morning, afternoon, depending on where you are, just to share my experience with Kiswahili Digital Academy and highlight how this initiative will help address some of the challenges facing the implementation of competency-based education in Kenya's senior schooling, which is supposed to be rolled out in January 2026. So I would say that as a global teacher who has had the privilege of working with KDA over the last couple of months, I have seen the dedication and the expertise that has gone into developing the platform that will support teachers, students, and the broader education community in Kenya. So I would say that the introduction of CBE in Kenya Senior School, which is supposed to be starting in January 2026, is here with us. Just in a couple of months, we'll be there. And I believe this presents both opportunities and challenges. So one of the key challenges is ensuring that teachers in Kenya are adequately equipped with the skills and resources which are needed to deliver the curriculum effectively. In addition, there is need for accessible and quality digital resources that can support learning in the classroom and even beyond the classroom. Now, in my own experience with the KDA team, I really believe that Kiswahili Digital Academy is in a position to address most of these challenges. And KDA will offer a range of resources and tools designed to support teachers in delivering the CBC curriculum. Now, this will range from lesson plans. Remember when Rose Deborah was giving us a presentation of this, I think that was Levi Bushuru. That is part of the demonstration he did. And we saw how it takes a very short time to deliver a lesson plan using this platform. So this ranges from lesson plans, schemes of work, to interactive learning materials and assessments. And I really believe that KDA is providing a one-stop shop for teachers to be able to access these things at possibly zero cost. Now, in the past, I know one of the speakers has said this, has talked about this. It took us so long to prepare schemes of work. I remember we could do this over the holidays, and it could take you almost a month just to develop schemes of work. When schools open, it could take you so much time in the course of the day. I know as a teacher, maybe I have about 5 lessons in a day. You have to prepare lesson plans for all this. You end up taking the bulk of time just preparing lesson plans so that you're able to go to class prepared for the lessons. I really believe that with this initiative, as was demonstrated by Levi Bushuru, you realize that it could only take approximately maximum of 2 minutes, and the lesson plan, the class assignments could be ready for the lesson. So it would mean that the bulk of the time we'll be using to assist the students who are needy in terms of knowledge gap, those who are struggling with content, and those whom we normally call time takers. So I really believe that this is going to solve an array of problems. So during my time working with KDA, I have been impressed by the platform's user-friendly interface and quality of the resources available in the platform. So the dry runs conducted over the last couple of months have provided valuable feedback from teachers across the country. And we have gotten valuable feedback from all these teachers, all of which I really believe are going to be instrumental in refining even this platform further. As we have been interacting, trying to run the classes, the mathematics classes, the physics classes. These are some of the features that kind of stood out, even in the trainings that we've been taken through. I really believe that these are some of the key features that, if utilized in the education system in Kenya, are really going to be of great benefit to the education system. Now, some of them have been mentioned before, just to emphasize and reiterate. One is the comprehensive resource library. So KDA offers a vast library of digital resources. Examples are some of the things I've mentioned, like lesson plans, schemes of work, and even interactive learning materials. Now we have teacher support, which is consistent. I remember before we started teaching, before we did our dry runs, we were taken through a series of trainings, very many of them. Remember, Levi Bushuru here has been one of our trainers on things like just generating professional or slides, PowerPoint slides, among many others. So KDA provides ongoing support for teachers, including trainings and resources to help teachers effectively integrate technology into their teaching practices. Something that I really believe is going to be of great benefit to the teaching fraternity in the Republic of Kenya. We have assessment and feedback. When Levi Bushuru was doing the demonstrations, you realized that we were generating the lesson plan, we were generating the worksheet, and the worksheet, we also had the answers. So this is an assessment or classroom that is very timely and takes a very short time, so that the rest of the time, maybe the teachers could use to assist maybe the students who are time takers. And this is really going to be a great benefit to the education system in the Republic of Kenya. So the platform offers a range enabling teachers to track students' progress and provide timely feedback. Now, the interaction we've had, I have realized that even the other education stakeholders are not left out. So benefits to the education stakeholders that I really believe are of great help. So number one, we have improved teacher capacity. So KDA will enhance teachers' ability to deliver the CBC effectively, and this will ensure that the students receive high quality education. One of my mentors, where I teach, keeps telling us that a student reflects their teacher. So if you have teachers who are well-trained, well-equipped with the necessary skills, I believe that they're also to produce or mentor students who are equally able to fit well in the society when they're done with the education system. Number two is increase access to quality resources. Remember, sometimes as a teacher, you'd want to deliver content, but if you don't get the right content, it means that even the delivery, you are going to struggle with it. So the platform will provide students with access to a wide range of digital resources, and this will help bridge the gap between different schools and regions. Remember, schools are graced differently. There are schools which are really blessed and they have a lot of resources. And there are those schools which are also struggling with resources. You go to some schools, you realize that maybe 10 students are sharing a book. And I really believe that KDA is coming in handy to sort out some of these problems so that at least the digital books will be accessible to all students, irrespective of where they are, irrespective of their economic backgrounds. Now we have enhanced student engagement. So KDA's interactive materials will make learning more engaging and fun for students, and this will lead to improved outcomes. So, and last but not least, under that, we have data-driven decision-making. So I believe that the platform's assessment and analytics tools will enable teachers as well as policymakers to make data-driven decisions, which will help with improving the overall quality of education in Kenya and beyond. So in conclusion, I would like to commend the Kiswate Digital Academy team for their tireless efforts in developing a platform that has the potential to transform the education landscape in Kenya and even beyond the borders of Kenya. So as we move forward with the implementation of CBE, initiatives like KDA will play a critical role in ensuring that our students receive the best possible education. So I am confident that KDA will make significant impact in the lives of teachers and students across Kenya. So I look forward to seeing the positive changes that this initiative will bring to the education sector in Kenya and beyond. Thank you, and I wish Kiswate Digital Academy all the best in its mission to transform the education system in Kenya.
Thank you, Daktari and Chief Principal Mudavadi Girls. My name is Collins Otieno Sagege. I'm a teacher of biology and agriculture, and currently I teach at St. Mary Goretti's Dede Girls. That is in Awendo Sub-County, Migori County. And I've had an experience to be here as a global teacher of biology with Kiswate. Now to make my speech, I wish to share my screen where I will be able to make my speech regarding the experience that I've gathered since I was given opportunity to participate as a global teacher of biology with Kiswate. That is my speech for today regarding my experience that I've had with Kiswate. So to begin, the Kenyan government has adopted competency-based education, that is CBE, to phase out the 844 system of education, which has been in place for approximately 40 years. CBE provides learners with an opportunity to develop core competencies, including digital literacy, and consequently, both teachers and learners must become techno-savvy in the wake of artificial intelligence mediated learning. Kiswate Digital Academy offers a platform to develop this core competency and provides digital textbooks, significantly reducing the cost of physical textbooks and enabling remote learning. As a global teacher of biology, I have greatly benefited from the training offered by Kiswate Digital Academy. The array of technologies has streamlined my work from preparing professional documents to virtual classroom delivery. With Kiswate technology, I can develop a lesson plan, worksheet, answer key, and exit ticket in under 2 minutes. This is a game changer for CBE in Kenya and digital learning globally. I wish to express my heartfelt appreciation to Mr. Pius Odhiambo, the visionary founder of Kiswate Digital Academy. May God guide him and grant him favor with well-wishers to continue supporting this noble program. Thank you. Collins Otieno Sagege, Global Teacher of Biology. Thank you. Back to you.
I have been able to teach Kiswahili. I must say that it was a good experience being able to teach about 25 schools at the same time, the same subjects, and I was able to interact with the students from all those schools. It was a very, very enriching experience for me. And apart from what I've already said, I think the other exciting thing about this is that the training has been good, because now we've been able to learn things that we initially didn't know. Personally, like the use of the Google. I was using it for basic things, but now I think I have learned much more how it can make my life as a teacher much easier. And I would actually urge the other teachers that if you get an opportunity, please come to the training while it's still free. It's a very good experience. And for the students, for me, it's good to learn that when they'll be learning about community service. Again, this is so for some of our schools that are growing, they're still young. that the fact that the students will get an opportunity to interact with the professionals. I believe this will be able to mentor them even as they think of being of the different careers. If they want to be engineers, doctors, nurses, we've been told that as part of our community service, the students are going to learn and they will be connected, they will network with the professionals in their dream careers. This is good because in some of these small schools, we are not in a position to expose the students. So I really want to thank Kiswate and look forward. Again, as a teacher, I learned that I can make good use of YouTube and earn some money by posting the lessons. And the lessons also will be very helpful to the students who are time takers, such that if they've not understood my lesson, they can go back to my YouTube videos and review the lesson and maybe get a better understanding of the same. Otherwise, I'm grateful, and much has already been said, no need to repeat myself, but thank you very much for all that.
Thank you, Beatrice. That is quite eye-opening and very, very interesting for a committed teacher and who is out equally to collaborate with the students. You have clearly mentioned that you have learned a lot through the training that you received, and it is quite enriching, and it brings you also close to your students as the lessons become very interactive, and you're also able to interact with students from different areas, different schools. And you are also able to help students who may have not understood the concepts well. They can still get to your YouTube and take as much time, possible time to go through your lesson. A student can even repeat 10 times. So this is quite interesting. And this is also going to make quite a number of students be able to use the social media and internet well. So thank you so much. And the fact that Kiswate will be able also to present professionals as mentors to talk to the students, I think this will be able to change their perception and really encourage them towards pursuing their careers. Thank you very much. That was quite interesting. I think for global teachers, your experiences are quite interesting. How I wish they could be posted elsewhere, in various places, so that teachers can be able to pick a leaf from this. Rhoda, you can take us through your experience as a global teacher.
Thank you so much, Chief Principal Mudavadi Girls. Good evening, everybody. I'm sorry I could not follow through with everybody. I was on the road and my phone went off, but I'm finally in the house. Please accept my apologies. I'm grateful to be part of Kiswate Digital Academy. Kiswate Digital Academy is the new era when it comes to education. Actually, for me, what I tell my colleagues in the office is masomo kidigitali, in line with Kiswate Digital Academy. I'm proud to be a teacher of English and literature at Kagonya and also in extension at KDA. A few challenges here and there, but I wish to start with the strengths. I'm grateful for the Kiswate page that allows teachers to generate lesson plans, questions for the learners or guide questions for the topics that a teacher has taught. And it also has an answer key segment that really helps people to follow through what we have taught. That is a strength because for me as a teacher, it gives me a very short time to prepare for my learners, because in less than a minute, I already have a lesson plan compared to the traditional way of us teaching, where I would have to sit down, I would have to get a textbook and do all these things. As much as I have to really check what the AI has generated, it is a very fast way of a teacher working towards giving the learners the kind of lesson that they actually deserve. That is a strength on my end. I really appreciate that aspect. A few challenges of network that we are still working on from our end. When I was having my class, I did not get to finish my class because of the network challenge, which Kiswati is really working on because it has its engineers on the ground. There are people who've come to install the internet in our schools, and I'm sure they're going to work on it. And we are soon going to have a flawless lesson when it comes to us as teachers. I'm really grateful for this team because we even train and even in our training, our guide being Levi Bushuru, we really learned a lot. And I really appreciate that even a teacher can actually learn. And through the learning that we have gotten, we are also dispensing this knowledge even to our learners and even to our colleagues. I don't think I will say much because I think time is much spent. And the sacrifice that we are making towards making KDA a success is a thumbs up from us teachers, from the principals in our school, from our colleagues who are also, they desire to be part of the global teachers that we are having. The recruitment is still ongoing, and I'm happy that Kiswati has made it open from now until December. Thank you so much, Kiswati family. Thank you so much for the people who have come on board for the first time, the people who are coming for the meeting for the first time. Kiswati Digital Academy is here. It has just started. We are going to higher and higher levels because this is the way we are going to be learning starting 2026 in Kenya and generally globally. Thank you so much.
I'm Jojo Nyango.
Yes.
This is Jojo Nyango speaking, Principal St. Mary's Ukwala. Now, since Kiswati started, Kiswati has done a lot for us as a school, ranging from sponsoring students, motivating the students themselves and even the teachers, and generally contribute to the welfare of the staff and even the students themselves. Now, since this digital learning started, at least there is hope that something good is going to come out of it. We have got shortages of textbooks in schools, and that's very, very evident. And in fact, the replacement has not been done for some few number of years. So there's a real problem at hand that this digital learning can easily help us to solve. We know very well that even right now, even textbooks are also not being brought by the ministry. They are not there. So students are buying for themselves. Much attention has been, much attention is now being drawn to CBE. That's where the government is now directing the funding. So it is hoped that this digital learning platform will be able to aid or help us mitigate the shortages of textbooks and enhance learning in our schools. It is worth supporting this initiative because of the way it has been designed, and it is going to help us in terms of mitigating shortages of teachers and even textbooks in schools. And I want to believe we can go far with it, and God willing, with pulling hands here and there, something good can come out of it. We just need to pull together and move on. Thank you.
Are you inviting her?
We can't hear you. You are most welcome, Madam Director, to give remarks.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Flora, the Sub-County Director, Teacher Service Commission, Dagoretti Sub-County, Nairobi. I'm glad to be in this platform. I was invited by Beatrice And it's a lot of learning, and I really want to appreciate the initiators and those who have been supporting the schools and the teachers. We are in the ICT era. That's the way to go. It's something very, 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 very nice and for the teachers. And I think it's going to help mitigate both the shortage of teachers as well as the books. And as principal has mentioned, that with this, I think we'll be able to reach more learners, and I believe it will add a lot of value. I encourage those teachers who have been in the program to be ambassadors and be the TOTs for the other teachers in the schools. Thank you very much, Madam, and the team which is facilitating this. Good evening. Thank you for the chance.
Employer, for your input. Yes, so do we now go to our guest speaker?
Good evening from Nairobi. Good morning from those logging in from the US and other countries. My name is Daniel Juma, as you've heard, and I'm from the Global Peace Foundation. And to all the Kiswati Digital Academy participants, I take this opportunity to greet all of you, all the guests, partners, and friends joining us from across Kenya and beyond. So it is my great honor to represent the Global Peace Foundation at this important Kiswati Digital Academy conference. First, let me begin by thanking all the previous speakers for their valuable insights and inspirations. Your reflections set the perfect tone for today's conversation on how digital innovation can truly transform education in Kenya and across the globe. Allow me to recognize the incredible work of Mr. Pius Odhiambo, the founder and vision bearer of Kiswati. Mr. Odhiambo, your vision and passion are a true inspiration, and you have taken a bold step to tackle one of the greatest challenges of our time, which is how to make learning more effective, transparent, and inclusive through digital innovation. My founder always says that if one person has a dream, then it is just but a dream. But if everyone shares in that dream, then the dream is achievable. I'm happy that the teachers present here today are sharing in the dream of Mr. Pius, and by embracing this dream, the vision is going to be achieved momentarily. To the Kiswati team, I applaud you and I applaud your creativity and commitment. What you have developed, which is the Kiswati Digital Register, is not just a technological tool, but it's a game changer for our schools. By integrating smart IDs, real-time attendance, discipline tracking, and data analytics, Kiswati is helping educators and parents make better, faster, and more informed decisions. Already, Kiswati is working with schools across Kenya, from primary to secondary, showing that homegrown solutions can truly drive national progress. This is the spirit of the Kenyan dream, which is basically innovation with impact. At the Global Peace Foundation, we share your belief that education is the foundation of peace and prosperity. Across Africa and the Global South, the Global Peace Foundation is working to reimagine education, making it more value-based, technologically driven, and future-ready. That's why we are proud to stand with Kiswati and pledge our full support in 3 key areas. Number 1, partnership and advocacy. We will help link Kiswati's innovation with policy makers and education networks. Number 2, capacity building. We will support teachers and administrators to become confident and digital educators. And number 3, through resource mobilization, we want to connect Kiswati with partners and donors who believe in education for transformation. Together, we can ensure that every school in Kenya, urban or rural, benefits from this digital leap forward. Friends, this conference is more than just a showcase of innovation. It's a call to action the future of education is being shaped right here by leaders who dare to dream and act. I've always said, and Piers alluded to the fact that I founded the Great Places to School, which is now the only awarding, awarding session that recognizes schools and teachers who are making, their best to raise a total child. And through this, we have been able to incorporate private schools and public schools in Kenya. And we have recognized, we are looking at this as one of the most consequential step forwards in education system. I must also say that some of our partners, for example, the Sunrise Virtual School is already, making leaps in virtual education with students, enrolling in from as far as China, from various countries in Africa. And so I believe that Kiswate is going to be a game changer in this regard. Let us support Kiswate's vision, not just with words, but with collaboration, investment, and commitment. Let us ensure that by 2050, every child in Kenya and across Africa learns in an environment that is digital, inclusive, and transformative. Once again, congratulations to my friend, Mr. Pius Odhiambo. I was with Mr. Pius last week in Washington, D.C. I just came back 2 days ago. And we had the opportunity to visit the Kenyan ambassador in Washington, D.C., and the education attaché, who was very inspired by the presentation Pius made. And I can only say that by the continuous involvement of more educators, I think this is going to be very, very acceptable and adopted by not just our government, but other stakeholders in education in Africa. Let me congratulate the entire Kiswate digital team for your groundbreaking work. The Global Peace Foundation stands ready to walk this journey with you, hand in hand, towards a peaceful, innovative, and educational future. Thank you, and may God bless you, Kenya, and our shared vision for education transformation. Thank you so much for having me, and God bless all of you. Bye-bye.
Guests for highlighting very pertinent issues and giving a call to share on the vision of the founder of Kiswate, and that we should actually walk the talk, and we should pick the dream, the vision, and run with it. And this is not going to be, things are not going to be the same again. Thank you so much, even on highlighting the benefits of digital learning. So thank you so much. We already received the founder's speech. That is Mr. Pius Odhiambo, and we were able to acknowledge that. So now we get to the open forum, and I hand over this to Ahendra.
Okay, thank you very much. So, as has been hinted by Mr. Ahendra, if you have any questions regarding the presentations that have been done by the past speakers, any concerns concerning this initiative that you want to be clarified, this is the time that you are able to ask. So the floor is open, and you can simply maybe just go ahead and ask, or you can go to the reaction button and you raise up your hand, and you'll be able to give you an opportunity to ask questions. Yes, the floor is open.
Okay, my name is Abigail Chepkoech from Davadi Girls, and I would like to appreciate Kiswati Academy for bringing academic resources in one basket for all subjects. And a special request, I would like to request if the Kiswati Academy would adopt other specialized practical. Yes.
Come again. I didn't get the question clearly. I only got the part that talks
Sorry,
about
I would
if
like
the
to repeat
Kiswate.
a special request that CBE is broad with many specialization, adopt more practical subjects in the organization. Thank you.
Okay. Adopt more specializations, more practicals. Okay. I don't know whether Levi Bushuru, you are able to address that question. Again, Levi Bushuru, you will assist me with identification with any indication to ask questions. Maybe if there is a hand that is raised, you let me know. I'm not able to get that from my end.
I think
Levi Bushuru.
Mr. Endera.
Yes, Eric, I think that's a very interesting question from a client, a stakeholder, a very, very pertinent stakeholder. And the question was, do we then expand the horizon by capturing those other many subjects? I think it is something to be considered. You know, there are several pathways, but now we are just dealing with STEM, but it is something that can be thought about. It is something that will definitely be thought about. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ayendera, for answering that question. I think you can then take over from that. Your signals are now okay.
Can I ask a
any
question?
other question?
Okay, let me first address a teacher's question. He has wrote it in the charts. This teacher is Elias Muigai. He is saying that he has just joined and I feel need, let me just read it the way it is. I have just joined and I feel I need more information about Kiswate. I'm Kiswahili teacher teaching in Nairobi, Embakasi sub-county.
Thank you. For Mwalimu Elias Muigai, I believe from Embakasi, there's a lot of information. If you go to our website, you just type www.kiswateregister.org. There's a lot of information. We are on YouTube channels. You can gather information. And I want to encourage you to join. The trainings will pick up from October 16th. So you join the trainings and you'll be able to enjoy understanding Kiswate and participating in Kiswate. Just join the trainings. Thank you.
I have a few questions.
Yes, identify yourself.
Dr. Otolo.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
There are some questions that have been sent to me. If you allow me to read them.
Please do, go ahead.
Question 1, you are tackling a real problem and I think would all benefit from hearing about your experience on the ground. What have you learned from piloting or implementing Kiswate in Kenyan schools? What's working and what are you still refining? Question 2, many schools countrywide, especially in rural areas, struggle with connectivity challenges and lack reliable internet access. How does Kiswate function in low connectivity or offline environments? And most importantly, how do you ensure it reaches the learners who need it most, not just the well-resourced schools?
Question 3. What is the cost model? How affordable is this for public schools operating on tight budgets? Is it more cost effective than schools hiring teachers through the Board of Management? Question number 4. We all know that in every classroom, some students need a little more attention or extra support to catch up. How does Kiswate ensure those learners still get the personalized help they need through AI? And finally, I think this is not clear. That is the end.
Later.
Let the question be answered first before the other teacher comes in or the other stakeholder. And I think Mr. Endera will answer some and I will answer some.
Let me answer the one on personalized.
Correct.
Students that need
Thank you.
personalized attention. So we are having an array of technologies. Digital learning, digital class, remote lessons are not the only technology you are having. There is one that we call dynamic digital textbook. Books are sold chapter by chapter, and these books comes with a TSC registered teacher. That's where now personalized learning will come in. I hope I've answered your question.
There was a question of Bwana Odhiambo, cost model for public schools. Is it cost effective?
Very cost effective. If one teacher is teaching 1 million students or 100,000 students, and the cost is shared among the 100,000 students, we are only charging 100 per week for 8 subjects. And our books will go as low as 10 shillings. Very cost effective.
Thank you.
Then on the issue of internet connectivity, there are some, the Dr. has raised that there are some schools where you have got no internet coverage.
Yeah, that's what we are asking from the government. Kenya is so big. The government has an ICT policy. They should connect all schools with the internet, starting with the 50 adopted schools. We did write a letter to them. We also want them to give them backup power. Apart from the electricity from the national grid, can we have some power backup in terms of solar? And that one the government can chip in, and even well-wishers. In terms of internet connectivity, we have that Starlink internet that does not depend on wires or whatever. It is directly from the satellite, very effective in rural areas. So this issue of digitization is not a one-man affair. It should be the whole community, government included.
Thank you, Bwana Pius. I also remember that we said right from the beginning that this revenue that will be generated, part of it will go into addressing infrastructure in some of those schools in as far as internet connectivity is concerned. So as our founder has said, it's a collective engagement, so that you as a school and as a community, you just don't look for Kiswate to come and alleviate all those infrastructural issues that you have. I think it should be a collaborative engagement.
Thank you very much. It's a privilege to be in this forum for the launch of this really good initiative. I think I have a suggestion. I was a former teacher. I've taught at Kangemi High School or Kejwado High School and Our Lady of Fatima. And we even taught with Beatrice Ikobe. It's nice to see her here being a global teacher. I believe what the student who asked the last question meant is, if we can increase like the lessons, most probably when I look at it is about probably career guidance. You can have financial literacy, you can have different technocrats in different disciplines talking to the students so that we manage their expectations when they get out there, or even have some topics on probably transitioning from when they finish school and they're getting to tertiary education. What do they expect? What are the expectations? And what I think is about also mentorship programs. I think that will prepare our students to be out there, as in we'll be sure the people we are churning out there are ready for the market, ready to go to campus and tertiary education and add value besides academics. They'll get to know what other disciplines take. That was my suggestion, because education is not just books and subjects and mathematics and what have you. It's about many other things intertwined. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mary.
let me respond actually a little bit.
Okay.
Mary, your suggestions are actually in order. And you see, I'm one person based in the diaspora here. We have been exposed to a lot of facilities, a lot of technologies that are not available home. Now, if we can have Kenyans in diaspora doing this kind of thing I'm doing, from every village you come from, you just pick one school, donate even one laptop to the class, or even one projector. And we have so many others doing that, maybe 1,000, we'll go very far. What we are doing, we do not have the financial muscle to do this in the whole country. To Kenyans of goodwill that it works. We are protecting the government that have been struggling the wage bill for teachers. And if they have hit a snag, there's an alternative way which works. That's what we are doing. And we are called upon everybody to contribute in every little way they are able to, whatever they can afford. Even that mentorship you're talking about, you already have a platform. Can you just pick a school? And what can you use our platform? I want to mentor a group of schools. We'll support you. We'll give you the platform for free. So we want each and every Kenyan to come and support the transition. Transition is never easy. Even a job transition, people take it on their own, just transiting from one job to the other. You are working in Kenya, but you are now got a job in the United States of America. You want to transit from Kenya to America. It's never easy. What about transiting in education system? We can't leave this to the government. We can't leave this to the government. So there are so many things. We need to use what we call a multi-sector approach. Everybody need to rise to the occasion and make sure that next year, when 10th graders report, they are comfortable. If you are doing one school, it will go a long way. Even if you desire to pay internet for one school for just 1 month, it will go a long way. Even if you desire to sponsor one student just for 1 week, 100 shillings, it will go a long way. So let us rise to the occasion and do something and bring all those ideas. We have prototype with STEM pathway. Can we have another group coming using our prototype to do with the social sciences? Another group coming to use our prototype with let's say, mentorship. And then we meet in the middle. Okay, that's my reaction. And Mary, you are highly welcome to join this train. It has already left the station. Is moving very fast towards the destination. And you know the destination not very far. It's 2028, they're in 10th grade. 2026, they're in 10th grade. 2027, they're in 11th grade. 2028, before you know it, by December, they have already done the first national exam. So we need to move in quickly. And my worry is, not even the Kiswat adopted school. My worry is those other schools. Right now, I'm aware of principals who do not even know. They are not even aware that the transition will come with a lot of challenges. And they are not ready. They are not doing anything about it. How can we have these schools be on board so that even if we don't address their challenges, let them just be aware that we are in 2 months' time, 10th graders are reporting to 10th grade, but there are challenges. There are challenges.
There is a question here from Esther Katiko Mix. Can we receive pre-recorded lessons Those lessons are there, but also as Kiswate, during the trainings, we are also encouraging teachers and schools. Some schools have YouTube channels, and in these YouTube channels, they just use them to capture cultural days and events in school. Do you know that teachers can record lessons for these students to come and get back to them? We went to a certain school and we found teachers can actually pre-record their own lessons. When the students go to the digital library, they actually access the lessons for those students who had missed that lesson or they didn't understand well. So it is possible, it can be done, Esther. Thank you.
There was also the other question about, I think this goes to the founder, Bwana Pius, how you would ensure that these services goes to the learner that needs it most and not just every learner.
I think that was a good question, but if I got it well, it was the question of the privileged schools. I don't know what I thought maybe the privileged schools were those schools that have infrastructural national schools. You know, some schools, when you go to some institutions, you find that in terms of digitization, they are miles ahead. Some of the installations there already they're in that digital space, as compared to certain institutions that you find they lack even the basic internet connectivity. And we are not saying that we will discriminate against those kind of schools. We are trying to onboard everybody who is interested in this product. So we will try as much as possible to ensure that all schools, all stakeholders get to get these facilities. Those who are endowed can actually utilize those facilities to enrich the schools that are less endowed. In terms of even the human resource, particularly, for example, if I visited Mudavadi Girls and they're already miles ahead, why can't I use the human resource and the facilities at Mudavadi Girls to enrich a school in Mandera, in Northeastern, where those facilities are a bit not quite good? So that is the collaborative approach that we are talking about, that a student in an endowed institution is able to enjoy and also use the facilities in that endowed environment to enrich areas that are quite marginalized and that they have challenges. Thank you.
Okay, in addition to that, Teacher Eric, that is the reason we have a Department of Data Analytics.
Okay, okay.
This will help us to do a data-driven decision making. What do I mean by a data-driven decision making? Before this program is launched, we will do a thorough survey across the country by preparing enough questionnaire in our data collection forms. We will do a survey in all education stakeholders, be it teachers, be it students, be it parents. So we will be in a position to know what the challenge, for instance, which status girls is facing. It will not be the same as my local school there in Trans Nzoia County in the village. So by this data-driven approach, we will exactly know the needs of each and every school. Thank you.
Okay, there is this other question that has just been asked. This one would have been addressed by the founder, Bwana Pius Odhiambo. I don't know whether he's back. Maybe Bwana Bushuru, you can let me know. There is this very important question that has been asked by Joseph Waweru, Kenyatta Girls. So I will just read. It's a long statement. Let me just read so that you can hear. And either Bwana Ahendera or if the founder is there, you'll be able to answer this question. If you multiply 100 learners by 100 per week, that amounts to 10,000 Kenya shillings in a month, that amounts to 40,000 Kenya shillings. One teacher employed by BOM in Kenya receives around 20,000 Kenya shillings. That same teacher can handle the same 100 learners physically in 4 different classes without facing the cost of internet and the infrastructure. Don't you think that 100 per learner is quite high? Will many schools be encouraged to join, or will they simply opt to look for a BOM teacher even for a month? That is the question. So I don't know whether Pius is back. If not, Bwana Ahendera, you can possibly attempt to answer that question.
The charge was just a hypothesis figure. We are still trying to look at how best, because as I said, it's a collaborative engagement. And it doesn't mean that we have already started charging. It is something that will be debated upon, will be agreed upon, but you agree with me. I think that was coming from Joseph Waweru from Kenyatta. I can see.
Yes, yes.
You will agree with me that no matter what you do, you need to levy something that will be able to also collaboratively with the school. You can imagine that if this amount is charged and then half of it goes to Kenyatta High School to develop their infrastructure, is collaborative. You're not saying that that 40,000 is coming to Kiswate. That 40,000 will be split and part of it will be plowed back into your institution to improve the infrastructure. Would teachers want infrastructure improved or not? That is the question. And I believe if the community gets infrastructure improved, if the teachers get infrastructure improved, if we elevate that school to a higher status, I believe that environment will be even comfortable to teach.
Yes, my name is Okinyi Boniface. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher of maths and physics. I'm actually getting about Kiswate for the first time. I've never been part of it actually, but I think it's a very good initiative, and I want to appreciate the founder for coming up with such kind of initiative. I think it can be very helpful. My question is, if I would want to become a global teacher someday, what should I actually do, or what processes must I go through so that I become like one of the global teachers one day? Thank you.
Eric, can you answer that question?
Our founder, thank you very much for that question. Our founder, that is Bwana Pius Odhiambo, in his address this evening, just in this meeting, had hinted that we had a series of trainings that took place, after which we had the dry runs conducted. And we have a few teachers who have been qualified to become pioneer global teachers. And he had said that even the other ones who had not been pre-qualified to be pioneer global teachers were given one more chance to take more trainings that are upcoming, after which, if they are qualified, they'll be able to be given a chance to become global teachers. So I think that is basically what you need to do, as it had been hinted before. You just need to contact us, and then you are onboarded on our trainings. And then I think that is how you'll be able to be identified to be one of our global teachers. Thank you.
Okay.
I think, Mwalimu, we are going to post the address here. You could send in your application through kiswatekenya@gmail.com.
Okay.
And that goes for any other person who is keen and interested, who finds this initiative quite something that will benefit our community and our country at large. So kiswatekenya@gmail.com is the email that you can very easily get in touch with us. You also have my number as the KDA principal, 0722-874-779. Our engineer Levy is also going to give the number for our communications director, Madam Josephine Serega, so that any engagement that you feel you'd want us to discuss, you could always pass through those channels, and we are sure you will get back to you. Thank you.
Okay, for the avoidance of doubt, I've posted the number for our KDA principal, Mr. Michael Endera, which is 0722874779. Then our director of communication, Madam Josephine Sirega, it is 0721890127. And then also I've posted the email, which is kiswatekenya@gmail.com. Just look in your chats and you'll get all that information. Thank you a lot.
Madam Moderator.
Okay, Madam Tabitha, kindly close for us with a word of prayer.
Okay.
And a vote of thanks first.
Thank you. I want to take this chance to thank all the participants who attended today's conference. We have learned a lot. We want also to thank the founder for even having time to be with the group. My colleague principals present, thank you. The teachers, we are grateful, even the global teachers. The students who are our clients, and they are able participation in this meeting. We also want to thank the moderator, Dr. Jeff, for work well done. Also, our data analyst, Ushuru, we are grateful for the work that you have done. We also have the data engineers, Rose, Deborah, and the rest who participated. And our guest speaker, Daniel Juma, we are grateful for your input. And also, we are grateful for you having in our meeting and the good words and encouragement for the Kiswate family. Above all, we want to thank God for giving us good health and patience to go through this meeting. We don't take it for granted. And the convener, our principal, Mr. Michael Ahendra, we are grateful for the coordination, and we are grateful for everything. Having said that, we would like to close the meeting with a word of prayer. And let's believe and pray. Our Heavenly Father, we come before you this evening, thanking you for keeping us throughout the meeting. Kiswate group, we are grateful for the founder and all the guests who came. The innovation is timely. Father, we pray that you continue guiding the founder, blessing even his family who has taken it to bring the digital learning to Kenya and the whole of Africa. We pray for successful results through this initiative so that even the the future generation, we live to remember the founder. Father, we know they have left so many things to undertake this initiative. Continue blessing them, and also the team on the ground. We want to give you thanks for this coordinated meeting. As we part this evening, we want to live with your blessings, and those who are traveling, we want to pray for good travel, and we pray for a good night as we prepare for a busy day tomorrow. Father, we thank you and glorify your name, for this is our prayer of faith in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 Amen. Thank you very much, and God bless each one of you.
Shaloma. I'm sure most of you may have seen me on the Kiswate TV YouTube channel where I anchor news. That is my hobby. Otherwise, I'm a proud graduate of the Equity Wings to Fly Scholarship Program from Asumbi Girls National School in Homa Bay County, Southern Nyanza. Currently, I'm a third-year student pursuing a Bachelor of Pharmacy degree at Kenyatta University here in Nairobi, Kenya. I am honored to serve as the digitization engineer of choice for State House Girls High School, Nairobi. Thank you so much for the opportunity to mentor my sisters at State House Girls High School, empowering them to conquer the digital space and supporting the school to transition into a digital institution. This is not only an opportunity for personal growth, but also a privilege to contribute to the African Renaissance, repositioning our beloved continent in the era of the data revolution. As patriotic Kenyans, we have a duty to lead other schools across the continent in advancing this agenda in the data revolution within the education sector. Our founder, Mr. Pius Odhiambo, a teacher, a data scientist, and an internationally recognized philanthropist, has done his part. It's now upon each of us to propel this agenda forward and create a long-lasting impact, one that will be remembered by generations to come. By accepting this initiative, State House Girls High School will be permanently recognized in our founder's profile as a honorary listee in Marquis Who is Who, America for Life. Thank you.
Kiswate TV here. We are at the Kenyan Embassy in Washington, D.C. in the United States of America. And with me here is the first secretary to the ambassador, Kenyan ambassador to the United States. Yes, Bwana. What do you have to say to my supporters?
Your supporters, I just ask them to keep supporting you for the good work you're doing.
The good work you're doing.
Yes, actually, go and take more what you've done and pass the message to the relevant authorities.
Yes, so we came here to officially report to the government of Kenya through the Kenyan Embassy after 11 years of hard work on both snow and hot summers, that we have now come up with a solution where shortages of teachers will never be there again in Kenya. And if our model succeeds in Kenya, then it can be used to solve the same problem in other countries in Africa. And when that happens, we will put Africa on the map. Right now, we are not happy about what the developed world is doing to Africa, because the rest of the world is in an era called data revolution era, but Africa is not. So this project will put Africa to start joining the data revolution era, and we'll start reaping big. So Kenyan Embassy in the United States is Kiswate.
The Kiswate Digital Academy, founded by Pius Odhiambo, is a groundbreaking digital platform aimed at fostering the African Renaissance in the education sector. Specifically tailored for Kenya, the Academy addresses critical challenges in the implementation of the competency-based curriculum CDC for grades 7 through 12 in both junior and secondary schools. Key issues it seeks to resolve include: 1. Access to educational materials. Many students lack textbooks in certain thematic areas, and where available, these resources are often prohibitively expensive. School calendar disruptions. Unforeseen events such as illnesses, pandemics, for example the COVID-19, school strikes, and natural disasters like floods frequently disrupt the academic calendar. 3. Data-driven decision-making. There is a notable absence of reliable online attendance and learning data, which is crucial for informed decision-making in curriculum implementation. Pius Odhiambo, the visionary behind Kiswate, is a trained science teacher and an award-winning data scientist, a philanthropist based in the Washington, D.C., United States of America. His contributions have earned him a place on the McQueen's Who Is Who in America, highlighting his international recognition and impact.
Very soon, I will be retiring peacefully to start working as a social entrepreneur. Social entrepreneurship is an approach by individuals, groups, startup companies, or entrepreneurs in which they develop, fund, and implement solutions to social, cultural, or environmental issues.
The Kiswate Digital Academy is structured around 3 course components. Digital library. This will provide students and teachers with access to a vast array of digital textbooks and educational resources online, ensuring that learning materials are both accessible and affordable. 2. Learning management system LMS. This system will enable teachers to conduct remote lessons and allow school principals to recruit emergency or substitute teachers from a distance. It will also facilitate continuous learning for students regardless of physical location. 3. Scholarship system. This component will offer financial support to deserving students, ensuring that economic barriers do not hinder access to quality education. By leveraging these components, Kiswate Digital Academy aims to create a resilient and flexible educational environment. Students will have uninterrupted access to digital textbooks and teachers, while educators will be equipped with the tools needed for effective and remote teaching. This initiative not only addresses immediate educational challenges but also lays the foundation for a more robust and adaptable education system.